My name's Jamie Edwards. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Shrewsbury Town in the Community. Shrewsbury Town in the Community was founded in 1996. It's a registered charity based at the football club here in Shrewsbury. We try to engage and inspire the local community through a range of different activities. I'm going to introduce you now to a short animation to explain this further.
Shrewsbury Town in the Community is the official charity of Shrewsbury Town Football Club. We're the club's way of giving back. We utilise the power of sport to engage, inspire and strengthen our local community, helping people to realise their potential and achieve their goals. We work with thousands of people each year. Here is a snapshot of our work.
Improving health and well-being. We aim to increase healthy life expectancy, reduce avoidable use of health and social services, and reduce the gap in life chances between communities.
Providing better life chances. We improve educational attainment, improve access to sustainable employment, and reduce the gap in employment and training between different groups.
Creating stronger communities. By working together, we aim to reduce levels of crime, reduce the levels of antisocial behaviour, and improve community cohesion.
Our work is already helping people to transform lives, but we know there is so much more to do.
You can help us on the next part of our journey. For more information, visit www.shrewsburytowninthecommunity.com.
We're really proud of the work that we do across Shropshire, engaging thousands of young people every year. Today we're going to look at how we develop sporting values through the projects that we deliver and wider organisations that we support on a daily basis. There's plenty of examples across the world of where sporting values have been shown. Some high profile ones would include the All Blacks and how they take a brush to sweep their changing room, and even did this after they won the World Cup. You can look at Marcus Rashford and how he's used his status in the community to really raise awareness around food poverty, and even the Brownlee brothers with the amazing show of empathy as they finished one of their races. Everyday examples include developing resilience through winning and losing, learning how to be part of a team, and developing confidence through developing an active and healthy lifestyle. At Shrewsbury Town in the Community, we employ people that share our values. Our projects have aims to make sure that the participants or learners become more resilient, more confident and more employable. Today we're going to show you two projects, one from our primary school and one from our secondary school. Both examples show where students have increased their confidence through sporting values. Here's Simon to explain more about the Premier League Primary Stars project.
Thanks Jamie, and hello everyone, I'm Simon Tisdale and I'm the Premier League Primary Stars project coordinator for Shrewsbury Town in the Community. And we're going to be chatting about the Premier League Primary Stars project and what that is and the impact and how it works, and also we have a little video for you. So the Premier League Primary Stars project is a project that we deliver with CCOs, our community coaches throughout schools in Shropshire, and here at Shrewsbury Town in the Community we deliver that within specific subjects in schools. So a subject might be CPD delivery with teachers. So we're upskilling them to be the best that they can be and be more confident delivering PE. But we also deliver interventions, we're doing social action projects, and we're doing maths and literacy interventions as well for that attainment gap. So a wide range of subjects. But not only are we delivering these subjects, we're embedding some values from the Premier League Primary Stars project within all of our delivery, which will be our Be Connected value, our Be Fair value, our Be Ambitious value, and our Be Inspiring value. And really these are values that are vessels to embed those morals and give children a chance to explore those early life skills in their everyday activities and in our delivery. Moving into the finer details of what we deliver, so our teacher CPD uses a teacher support continuum with levels that we start on. So a teacher might start off by observing on level 1, and then they might move through the levels to a bit of shared teaching. They might lead the warm-up, and then eventually moving on to do team teaching and parallel teaching, and then planning and delivering their own session eventually, which is, I suppose, the legacy of the programme. And then also we deliver to the children the values throughout our delivery in the PE sessions. So we're looking at rewarding those children for, showing those unique life skills and values that we're embedding, and how can they be successful doing that, and rewarding that success. We also use interventions throughout our schools to make sure that we are looking at their physical development, so their fine and gross motor skills. How can we impact those using a variety of tools? The Premier League Primary Stars project uses some resources to help us with that and support their needs. And I suppose the individual class and the individual school and the individuals within that class are all supported through this tailored system. So we use a medium-term plan with the teacher before we start our 6-week programme, and then that will be drawn up and drafted, but it is a working document. So those will be focused on 3 key elements of development, which will be their thinking skills, their physical skills, and their social and emotional skills. And we're looking at the medium-term plan, and sometimes the teachers will actually decide, we want to focus in on the social and emotional skills, but what does that look like? So for the children, we need to put it into their terms and their terminology. So language we might be using is, can we take turns during the session? And what does that look like? Can we be a good teammate? And how can we show that? And how can we hear that within the delivery session? And then our thinking skills. So how can we apply rules? And it's all a scaffolding effect really from the start to finish. If we're working on our thinking skills and the teacher's ready to move on, the programme's completely flexible and tailored so that we can then, if we're happy, move on to the social and emotional elements of their development, and then eventually with their physical development, which will be always interlocked into what we're delivering anyway, but we can focus on those specific outcomes that they want for their physical skills. So why do we deliver Premier League Primary Stars project? Well, it's a strong belief of our Shrewsbury Town and Community club, and it's a strong belief in our CCOs and myself that we are delivering to these children. They're the seeds and we want them to grow and thrive. So we're instilling these sporting values early on just to make sure that we're promoting those good morals and those good communication and social skills so that we can further promote that along the line within their development in their school life and in further education also. So we're delivering the project because we need to make sure that these children are given the opportunities to explore their interests, and also while they're exploring their interests, are they getting these valuable insights into their social and emotional development, and can they take ownership of that, which is what we like to do through all of our values. Also, their thinking skills, can we make them good decision makers so that when we give them the tools to make decisions during games, can they then do them independently further on down the line? So we're looking at really scaffolding not only our physical development, but also our social, emotional and our mental development as well. We have many programs such as the leadership program, which is going to develop all of those values, but in a different role. So they're used to being in front of a coach and being told how to make decisions, but let's give them a different role. How can they be the leader? And they'll see actually they need to use a bit of empathy, they need to use that differentiation, they need to be enthusiastic, and they need to be organised and professional. So we're giving them those tools and that experience really in a leadership role. Why are we doing the intervention programs with maths and literacy? Which is exciting news for us because we've been developing an active maths and an active English program, and the attainment gap in this current climate is actually expanded due to everything that's happened this past year. And we've been talking to teachers and head teachers and seeing how we can use our values and our physical development knowledge to embed these values, but also to help them with their maths and literacy. We're working alongside the teacher to make sure that it is tailored to the programme, just like in our PE sessions and our physical intervention sessions. Is it the right unit of work that we're looking at? Is it the right topic that we're actually covering? Are we looking at the calculation policies, and does this fit in with the schools? So really embedding the school's ethos into everything that we do to make sure that we are like an extension of a staff member, and the children will find us more valued that way, and so will the staff too. So how can we tailor it for the teachers in many specific ways? So we've got a leadership program. We also have a social action program, which I'm really excited about this year because it's all about the environment. So we've been running a social action project within a 6-week program in schools, and it'll be an hour's delivery to children looking at different models of how we can help change the environment. Not only that, but we've invited families at home as well to engage in this. So we're looking at a real community effect here with the club and with the school to engage and kind of reconnect in this current climate. I think it's a really important thing for us to do. Our ultimate goal really is to impact these children to ensure that they are getting prepared for life. So they're starting well. We're giving them those sporting values to adopt and to experience and to practice. And then also we're looking at impacting them through their development, through all of the key stages, and just make them better people. So it's not just are they a better sportsman or woman, are they better people? And if we can impact that, and if we can keep them in our family and see that growth, it really is a valuable asset, not just to themselves and their family, but to us and for the greater good of the world. So how do we deliver the Premier League Primary Stars project in our schools and in our wider community? So we've interpreted the Premier League Primary Stars project and their guidelines and their key performance indicators, and we've implemented them into our planning and our long-term and medium-term goals. But we've been looking at how can we tailor it further? How can we impact the head, the heart and the hands? So you're looking at the physical development, the social and emotional development, and the thinking skills as well. And we've developed long-term plans so the schools can really utilise and see the vision that we're trying to create. But also they're looking at the medium-term plans and saying, well, actually this plan that we're delivering now with the teacher is going to impact not only the physical development but the social, emotional and thinking as well. And we just want to make sure that the head and the heart and the hands are at the forefront of all of our thoughts, from the planning to the delivery and to the review as well. And our interpretation of this is to ensure that all coaches are delivering the consistent and quality delivery throughout Shropshire with all of our coaches. And also our interpretation is we've been using the social action, we've been using the leadership, we've been using all of the interventions to ensure that we are conveying that message throughout, and it's really clear that we're simmering, just like in teaching, we know to simmer these ideas and these values, and then we may retain them. So we're really scaffolding those building blocks to make sure they start well, and then they're living well, and they're making those real good life choices, and we're creating better people for better life choices, for better outcomes, and giving them more opportunities. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing about the Premier League Primary Stars project and Shrewsbury Town and community and how we deliver that. And here is a little video for you to look at and how we impact children and people to fulfil their potential and realise their goals. Shrewsbury Town and the community have been working across many schools in Shropshire, and the main thing that we've been focusing on is teacher upskilling. But I think the biggest impact that I've seen and I've experienced myself in my learning journey is that PE is not a sport, and the sport isn't at the centre of our PE sessions and our delivery, but the child and the class are at the centre of our learning journey.
These lessons are really important for the children. It really promotes their well-being. It also promotes their social skills as well. So they've got to work really well as a team. They've got to think about what they need to do within the game, and Simon really gets out of them what they need to think about and slows the game down to allow that sort of thinking process. Charlie at the start, he found it PE very difficult subject. He really likes to win things, he likes to come first. So at the start of the year, we found that Charlie was sort of only coping with a half a lesson, maybe not even that, sort of 10 minutes of the lesson before having to sort of go out for a long period of time. However, Simon's relationship, he's got a brilliant relationship with Charlie, and Charlie's now lasting sort of 2 PE sessions in one morning, which we would have never thought would ever happen at the start of the year. I think actually it's not only impacted him in the PE lesson, it's impacted him in the classroom as well. Because when he comes back in and in the afternoons on a Tuesday, he just seems to be a bit more happy, seems to be a bit more relaxed. And I think that is down to having those PE sessions, and you know, Simon's taught him to be a little bit more patient. He would always want to get a certificate, and he's now beginning to accept that when he doesn't get one, that's absolutely fine.
It's been a fantastic journey for him, but in a selfish point of view as well, it's been a fantastic journey for me, working with these children and seeing how we can impact them. And I think that using the values, using the PE lessons and using the Shrewsbury Town values as well, and implementing those in our lessons and all of our interventions has been really valuable for Charlie's development. And now I think we're in a place now where I'm speaking to teachers and head teachers, and they're seeing the value of that impact in these individuals, and they're thinking about how we can implement those in a whole school approach now. So we're looking at whole school improvement, and now we're looking at doing active maths, and we've introduced active literacy as well. So from my perspective, fantastic and a pleasure really.
Can you just the time and continue?
We hope you enjoyed that video. We're really proud of the impact that the Premier League Primary Stars project has had across Shropshire in numerous schools and continues to be really impactful every day of the week. Our second example is at Shrewsbury Academy, where Tom will talk about it more.
Thanks Jamie, my name's Tom Peaver and I'm a Partner School Officer at Shrewsbury Town in the Community. Shrewsbury Town in the Community works in various secondary schools within the county. Each one of our projects within the schools is very different because it depends completely on their needs. Within the current school that I'm working in, we provide student mentoring where we're meeting with students during the mornings. We meet them on a one-to-one basis. We've got our own little room that we can use where we just try to build relationships with them and help them get through their school life. They come to us with a variety of reasons and kind of barriers to learning, and we aim to work with them and support them throughout their journey to help them learn and help them progress. We also provide an alternative curriculum. We're lucky enough to have an external site currently where we take groups of Year 10 and Year 11 students. During these sessions we provide life skills, such things as curriculum building, the art of negotiation or resilience, and really the aim of this is to help them become more employable for when they leave school. So as a bit of a treat and also an important life skill, we've provided them with driving lessons, which they really enjoyed. We've also provided them with cooking lessons where they've made such things as chili, and they've managed to kind of do a MasterChef style competition amongst them, which they've really enjoyed. We also support secondary school students with their transition, mainly from Year 6 to Year 7, where we'll work with local feeder primary schools to meet with the children so they get to know us for when they move up, and we'll also work with them to ease any anxiety that they have. Additionally, we're also exploring the transition between Year 11 to college, about making that as smooth as possible too, and then also from Year 9 to Year 10 when they're choosing their options. So in September, we're looking to deliver a coaching qualification to a group of students that are really interested in coaching as a career. This is fantastic for both them and us because it's something that we're passionate about and we see the benefits of. We've also got an array of opportunities for the students to access so they can actually learn with us in the classroom and then also gain more experience out there in the real world. At each school we offer football after school clubs across each year group for both boys and girls. The aim of this is to raise the physical activity levels within the school. This has been fantastic, especially for each year group that has attended gym sessions in the morning before school. So we've had students turning up at 7:45 in the morning to complete a gym session right before their first lesson, and this has been received really positively amongst many students. So when we're mentoring students on a one-to-one basis, the reason why we do that is to help remove the social and emotional barriers that they might be experiencing throughout their school life. We're there not as teachers but as kind of mentors, and we feel that once we've built a good relationship with the students, they're able to open up more to us and have conversations they might not have with the teacher. The other powerful side to our role is then it's our job to link with not only teachers but the pastoral staff and parents to help coordinate the development of that student going forward. So during our alternative provision sessions, the students that we work with often have had a tricky start to life and don't usually engage well in school. It's our job to help develop skills for them that they can then do this and also be aware of the skills they currently have and that can be used in other careers for when they leave school. This often provides them with a sense of confidence to then go out and access any opportunities that we can help provide them or signpost them to, so they feel they have a real sense of direction in where they're going despite the start they may have had. So in my opinion, the best part of my job is when you get to build a relationship with a student that you can see has had a really tough start to life and isn't currently engaging in school, and I can see that I can help this person going forward. The first parts are really the relationship we make with them and finding out common ground, and then really starting to understand what motivates them in life. From there we can start to plan out kind of what they want to go and do after school and how they might get there, and this all comes from them, and it completely depends on their passion and their drive. Sometimes this can be quite a quick process, often it does take quite a bit longer, and that's why it's really important that we're there on a consistent basis to make sure we're a constant resource of support for them throughout their school journey. And the best bit is when they've made positive decisions in life and they start to reap the rewards, and that's great to witness that we and teachers in the school have played a part in that. Over the past 6 months, I've been working with a student called Daffy who's in Year 11, and here's a short video just to show you the journey that we've been on so far. Daffy joined the school in Year 8. He's had quite a challenging time at school, not really engaging in all of his lessons, lacked in confidence, has had a bit of a rocky start to life, and just needed some kind of guidance and direction going forward, and really just finding out about what he's interested in doing later on in life. Firstly, I was meeting Daffy on a weekly basis in the mornings. We'd meet from 20 minutes to half an hour just to talk through about how he's getting on, what's going on in his life, and also more importantly where he wants to go. Throughout the time it's been a bit of a roller coaster. We've had weeks where he's been absolutely flying, making really good decisions in school, and then other weeks where he hasn't, but we've tried to guide him and help him through those challenges and hopefully put him on the right path. As he's coming to the end of his school career, I've seen him starting to knuckle down, starting to figure out what he wants to do, and hopefully we can help push him on to that kind of career that he wants to pursue. Ultimately it comes down to him, and we're seeing some really positive changes in him, and just a sense of determination, so long may that continue.
Tom's brilliant. He's fitted into the school immediately. Tom has got a presence, he works with the student, he's got a personality that the students reflect, and they refer to, they can discuss concerns with him. But again, it's that role model status, but not only the students, he works with the staff incredibly well. Daffy has been amazing. He is completely changed his whole perception of school. His core beliefs, his values, his attitude. He has seen a way forward with sport and with football. And I think it's really given Daffy a way forward, that it's not just about attending a school site and doing a piece of work, it's about qualifications, it's about the amazing certificates he's already gained with the work with Shrewsbury Town and the community, but he's got a career pathway, he's got a way forward, and it's saved him from potential disruption elsewhere. He can see that there's a future for him, and as a school we are absolutely made up with how Daffy has turned up and how he is and how he's developed into this model student in a way. When he's focused on his sport, he's been incredible.
I am enjoying school more now. It's just a break from school life when I go do coaching, like in the Easter holidays, as I did. It's just a break from school life. It's like I don't get into trouble outside of school, like because of coaching. Thank you, Shrewsbury Town and the community. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
The two examples you've seen today clearly demonstrate how you can really enhance values through sporting projects within your schools. I hope you haven't seen this as an advert for Shrewsbury Town in the community. I hope you see how proud and passionate we are of the work that we do on a daily basis, and I hope it clearly has demonstrated the impact that we're now making. I think it's clear to see that as a school, that if you are going to demonstrate and you are going to try and build the confidence of your pupils, your students, then you need to do that with like-minded organisations that share the same values that we've talked about today, share the same passion for the work that we do and the great work that schools do on a daily basis, and make sure that the outcomes of improving health and well-being, giving those children better life chances, getting closer to your community, can all be achieved by finding that right partner. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. We've really enjoyed putting this together for you. If you have any questions or further queries, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for your time.